There are innumerable ways to say anything that you really want to say. But what we have to keep in mind is what we say isn't necessarily what the person or people we're talking to will actually hear. They want to receive a message, but they really want to receive that message their way. And when we have to tell somebody something that's sensitive or be critical, I want you to think about speaking the truth with loving care. Speaking the truth with loving care. I'm going to use an example from my personal life, and it has to do with my lovely wife when she was 7 months pregnant with our first child. We traveled to Chicago to go to a wedding. She knew she was going to a wedding, and she packed her clothes to dress for the wedding. But when we get to Chicago, well, those clothes aren't quite right anymore. Couldn't possibly be that she's 7 months pregnant and a little self-conscious and her hormones are raging and she's ready for this baby to come out, but it couldn't be any of that. She just didn't feel like she looked right. So, hey, we're in Chicago, Magnificent Mile. No problem. We go shopping. After shopping for 18 hours, and I had no idea that department stores were actually open for 18 hours a day, but apparently they must be because I was there for at least 18. Maybe I was there for 24 hours. But she finally narrowed down her selection. She comes out with a dress, and she looks at me, and the stress is obvious in her face, and says, "Do I look fat in this dress?" Well, there's a lot of different ways I could have answered the question. She's 7 months pregnant. She looks like she stuffed a volleyball up in a dress. Obviously, she doesn't look like my normal wife. But if I told her that and finished it up with saying, "Yeah, but you look good," we'd have had to find some shopping center open 24/7. And more importantly, she wouldn't have been happy. And I want my wife to be happy. Just like I want the people I work with to be happy. It's no different. You've got a work wife, a work spouse, a work family, a home family. We care about the people we work with. So how are we going to construct that message? Well, the tools we use are a little bit different. We have a very distinct and defined process for communication. So she asked me that question. She said, "Do I look fat in this dress?" And I put my Laird skills right to work. And instead of answering her, I asked her a question. Is it comfortable? Yeah, I think so. Can you wear it all day? Will it be comfortable all day, sweetie? Yeah, I think so. But do I look fat in this dress? But I bought some time. I gained a little understanding. I helped her with her selection process. And then I looked at her and I had two things that I could have said. Well, yeah, of course you do. You're pregnant. But that wouldn't have been speaking the truth with loving care. So I looked at her and said exactly what I meant. You are the sexiest pregnant woman I've ever seen in my life. I spoke the truth with loving care. She did look great. She did look like that beach ball was tucked in there, but hey, the beach ball was tucked in there. And her name is Yubica. But what she needed to hear and the truth I needed to speak were the same thing. So the next time you need to communicate and what you have to say could possibly be perceived as harsh, speak the truth with loving care.